At an old estate on a rainy night, the wealthy widow Eleanor Thorne invited her closest family and friends for an intimate gathering. Among them were her grandson Charles, her niece Amelia, her friend and confidant Helen Hayes, her lawyer Mr. Gray, and her devoted housekeeper Mrs. Porter. Eleanor had recently announced her intention to donate her prized family heirloom, a gold ring encrusted with diamonds and a 14-carat oval-cut ruby, to a museum. However, when she went to bed that night, it was gone from its display box in her bedroom. Today, we join Detective Edmund Fairfax in solving the mystery of the ruby ring.
The rain was heavy that night. It was as if the sky opened up onto the land. The wind howled through the trees, making their branches claw and scrape against each other like restless phantoms. Lightning flashed, briefly illuminating the mansion that loomed at the top of the hill, its stone walls slick and dark, casting eerie shadows across the sprawling grounds. Inside, the grand windows rattled and faint candlelight flickered from behind heavy curtains, hinting that someone or something awaited within. Protected from the storm outside, 5 people joined for a late-night dinner. As the grandfather clock chimed 7, the guests gathered around the long, polished mahogany table, each taking their appointed seat beneath the dim glow of the chandelier. As the guests settled in, the hostess smiled, glancing over her chosen company. Each of them was tied to her in some way, bound by loyalty, blood, or duty. Yet tonight, as the storm raged outside, no one knew how the night would end with an unsolved mystery. The first course began, then the second. As a small dessert of baked tartlets sat in front of them, Eleanor made the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have something to tell you all. This ring has been in my family for generations. It has borne witness to countless stories, endured storms and celebrations alike, and it holds a history richer than words can convey. After much thought, I have decided that its beauty, its legacy, is not mine alone to keep. I wish for it to be admired and preserved by all. So tonight I am announcing its donation to the local Modern History Museum. In this way, I hope its story will continue to inspire and enchant, just as it has done for me all these years.
After dessert, the guests drifted from the dining room into the cozy, fire-lit sitting room, where plush armchairs and velvet-cushioned sofas awaited them. Charles, the hostess's grandson, moved toward the grand piano in the corner. Lifting the cover with a casual grace, he began to play. The fire crackled softly, its warm light casting long, flickering shadows across the walls as the music continued to flow. The night drifted on. Then one by one, the guests left, braving the waning storm to go home. It was midnight, as a weary Eleanor entered her room to go to bed for the night. She opened the ring box to look at it one last time. To her horror, the ring was gone. That's where I come in. My name is Detective Edmund Fairfax, and my job is to follow clues, piece by piece, until they form a complete picture. One might say I have an obsession with puzzles and patterns, but I believe that every mystery, no matter how tangled, holds a single thread that can unravel it. Who stole Eleanor's ring? Let's find out. I gathered all the guests from the party and brought them back to the scene of the crime, not inside the actual mansion, but in the backyard in order not to disturb evidence. I started with Eleanor herself. She was visibly upset about the robbery, clutching her hands together as if to steady her nerves. She insisted that each of her guests was someone she knew intimately, trusted completely, and had welcomed into her home many times before. Yet as she spoke, a hint of uncertainty crossed her face.
Detective, I thought I knew each of them well, but now I'm not so sure.
I see. Thank you for meeting with me, Mrs. Thorne. I'll do my best to uncover the truth. After we've had a look at the house, I'll speak to each of them one by one. Rest assured, if there's anything unusual in their stories, any detail out of place, I'll find it. All I ask is that you trust me to uncover the truth, no matter where it leads.
Thank you, Detective. I'll do whatever I can to help.
Eleanor took a moment to gather her thoughts, then began.
We all had dinner together. During dessert, I made an announcement to my guests about my plans to donate my ruby ring to the local museum. I even opened the box and showed everyone the ring. It was one of my most treasured pieces. I wanted the public to enjoy it as much as I always have. When I closed the box, I handed it to Mrs. Porter, who then took it directly upstairs to my bedroom.
I see, and you gave the box to her in front of everyone.
Yes.
And you didn't put the ring into a safe?
No. I've always kept it in the room upstairs, and I've never had a problem. Never.
I see. Would you mind showing me your room? Eleanor led me to her bedroom upstairs. It was as large as most living rooms, decorated with elegance and vintage grace. She walked to the dresser and pointed to an open drawer.
This is where I placed the ring. The box was still here when I opened it, but the ring was gone.
I see. Thank you, Eleanor. May I take some pictures?
Yes, Detective, of course you can.
Tell me, how old is this house?
It was built early in the last century.
Before air conditioning, I see the windows open from the outside. After I pull out my instant camera, the room gives its own set of valuable clues. A wisteria blossom, a few drops of what looks like blood on the windowsill, and a small shred of black silk. A picture is already forming. Tell me, Eleanor, did you go outside any time during the party?
Me? Absolutely not. It was pouring rain. The only person to venture outside was Mr. Gray, and he remained under the cover of the back porch.
Thank you. I'd like to talk to your guests now. We headed back downstairs, stepping out into the garden to interview the other guests. Beginning with Eleanor's grandson, Charles. The young man is sharp and attentive. I only hope that he can give me insight into this mystery. Hello, Charles. Thank you for joining me. I'd like to ask you a few questions about last night.
Of course, Detective. I'm happy to help.
You mentioned you spent most of the evening after dinner in the living room playing the piano. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. The old piano doesn't see much action these days. It's a beautiful instrument.
Did you leave the living room at any point, or did you see anyone else leave?
I believe I saw Mr. Gray go outside.
Really? Why would he go out in the storm?
I believe he smokes a pipe. Grandmother Eleanor doesn't like people smoking in the house.
I see. Did anyone else leave the room after dinner?
Yes, Mrs. Porter went upstairs to put my grandmother's ring away, but she was the only other one. Amelia was with me listening to me play, and Helen was having coffee with my grandmother at the dining room table.
Right, I see. Tell me. Amelia is your cousin, is that right? Are you two close?
Yes. We spent a lot of time in this house growing up. Don't tell Grandma, but we used to slide down the banisters when she wasn't looking. When Amelia was a kid, she could climb the trellises all the way to the roof. We had some wonderful times together. We loved jumping off the diving board, too.
I see. Thank you, Charles. Tell me, what time did you leave last night?
Just before midnight, Mr. Gray and Helen left at the same time.
Did you drive here?
No. I thought it was safer to take a cab because of the rain. I have an apartment.
Wonderful. Thank you, Charles. Next on my list was Mr. Artemis Gray, the family lawyer, a man of few words but measured precision. Thank you for your time, Mr. Gray. I understand you stepped outside during the evening.
Yes, Detective. I needed some fresh air. The house was rather stifling and, well, I enjoy a pipe in the evening to clear my head.
Around what time was that?
Around 10:30 p.m., I'd say. Everyone else was having coffee. I believe Charlie was still playing the piano. I remember Amelia had already gone home. She left rather early, right after dessert.
And Mrs. Porter? Where was she?
She was flitting around, pouring fresh coffee, bringing dirty plates back to the kitchen, that kind of thing.
Did she appear hurried or anxious?
It's hard to say. I remember that she went upstairs to put Eleanor's ring away. When she got back, she looked distracted, perhaps. She brushed past me without so much as a nod, which isn't like her.
Did she return to the living room after that?
I believe so. She was gone for over 10 minutes, a long time just to go upstairs and back. After that, I went out to enjoy the rain.
Did anyone else come outside during that time?
No, just me and the storm.
Did you see anyone or anything out of place?
Well, to be honest, I'm hesitant to say.
Oh, why?
Because I might be wrong.
Well, why don't you tell me anyway? Anything helps.
I thought I saw someone, or something, when the lightning lit up the sky. But it could have been a deer for all I know.
But it might have been a person.
Yes, near the garden.
When was this?
About 10:30, not long after Amelia left the party.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. By the way, when did you go home?
I left when everyone else left, just before midnight. I brought my car, Helen had her chauffeur pick her up, and I believe Charlie took a taxi home.
What about Amelia?
Amelia walked home.
Oh, she walked home, in the storm.
She lives across the courtyard in the guest house, and the storm was calming down just a little.
Did you know before last night that Eleanor was going to donate her ring?
Yes, I did, in fact. I helped set up the transaction.
Thank you, Mr. Gray.
You're very welcome.
Amelia was next on the list of witnesses. She is Eleanor's niece. Her quiet beauty and reserved nature masked a keen intelligence. Despite her soft voice and graceful composure, there was something guarded about her, as though she carried her own secrets. Hello, Amelia.
Hello, Detective.
I understand you are extremely close to your Aunt Eleanor. Is that true?
Yes, very close. I practically grew up here.
Tell me, do you have any brothers or sisters, Amelia?
No, only Charlie. We are both only children.
And your parents?
What about them?
Where are they?
They're in South America, staying on a friend's yacht. I really don't see them that often.
So, I hear you live in the guest house.
Yes, it's just across the yard. Don't tell my aunt, but I ran in the rain.
Tell me, Amelia, where were you after dinner?
I was listening to Charlie play the piano for a while, and then I went home.
Right. That's what I've heard. Why did you leave early?
No reason. I wanted to be in bed early.
Did you notice anything suspicious last night?
Yes, I thought I saw someone outside right after I got home.
I see. Were they male or female? Could you see?
I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
One last thing, Amelia. Can you tell me what everyone was wearing last night? Just a basic idea.
Let me see. Helen was wearing a black dress, and so was I. And Eleanor was wearing a red dress and a red jacket with red faux trim. Charlie and Mr. Gray were both wearing dark suits. Mrs. Porter was wearing a jacket and a skirt.
A black skirt, perhaps?
No, it was some sort of tweed. Brown, I think.
Thank you, Amelia. You've been helpful.
Not at all.
Next on my list is Helen, Eleanor's closest friend and confidant for years. She had gone to school with Eleanor and had known her since childhood. Thank you for taking the time, Helen. I understand you were with Eleanor in the sitting room for most of the evening, having coffee.
Yes, that's right, Detective. I was with her until it was time to go home. Midnight, last to leave.
Ah, right. Do you drive?
No, I have a driver. He picked me up at the end of the night. I can't see at night very well.
I see. Did anyone leave the room while you were having coffee with Eleanor?
Just Mr. Gray. He went out on the porch for quite a while. Charlie was playing piano, but he visited the restroom. Just for a minute or so. Then he came back and played again.
One more question, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Was anyone acting strange during the evening? Anyone at all?
No, not at all. I mean, not that I noticed.
Thank you, Helen.
Thank you, Detective.
My next interview is with Mrs. Porter, Eleanor's assistant and housekeeper. No one knows the secrets of a household like a housekeeper, especially one as observant and smart as Mrs. Irene Porter. Let's see what she has to say. Hello, Mrs. Porter.
Hello, Detective.
Tell me, how long have you worked for Mrs. Thorne?
About 20 years, sir.
That's a long time. You must know everything that goes on here.
Yes, I suppose.
So, I hear that Eleanor gave you her ring to put in the drawer in her room.
Yes, that is correct. Right after the guest finished dessert. I removed the dessert plates as Mrs. Thorne told everyone her plans to give her ring to a museum. After that, I took the ring up to her room.
Was there anything out of place in her room?
Yes. During the storm, some wisteria leaves had blown in from outside. Mrs. Thorne doesn't lock her bedroom window, and the wind often blows it open. The crawling wisteria flowers blow inside. It was a bit of a mess. But I quickly picked up the blossoms and left.
And you locked the window?
No, actually, it doesn't lock.
It doesn't?
No, the lock broke off many years ago. Mrs. Thorne always thought her room was too high up for thieves to access it. In fact, she usually leaves the window open for airflow in the spring and summer months.
I see. After you came back down from her room, then what happened?
It was after dessert at that point, so Charlie started playing the piano, and people drank coffee. Mr. Gray went outside with his pipe. Amelia left, and everyone else left nearer to midnight. When I went up to turn down Mrs. Thorne's bed, I noticed the window had opened again, which isn't unusual. The wind was rather strong. There were wisteria blossoms everywhere. The carpet was damp with rain. I cleaned it up as Mrs. Thorne was saying her goodbyes to the guests.
And did you look at the ring?
I opened the drawer, and the box was inside, so I thought everything was fine.
I see. You didn't open the box?
No, honestly, I thought everything was okay.
Got it. Then, a little after midnight, Eleanor came into her room and saw that the ring was missing from the box, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Tell me, did you know that Eleanor was going to give her ring away to a museum?
Yes, I was aware of it. She mentioned it a few weeks ago.
Were you surprised by the decision?
No, not necessarily. It was her decision to make.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Mrs. Porter? Mrs. Porter shifts in her seat. She seems suddenly uncomfortable.
Well, as I was setting the tray down, I heard Mrs. Thorne ask Helen if she'd received the envelope she'd sent. Helen looked embarrassed, I'd say.
Did you get the envelope I sent last week?
I did. You shouldn't have done that.
Just a little help.
I'm managing, truly. Things are just tight at the moment.
I think Helen is having financial problems. Now, I'm not saying she'd ever do something like steal. Miss Helen's a good woman. But you asked if I heard or saw anything unusual, and that's what I heard.
I see. That is interesting information. Thank you.
This is the end of our mystery. So, did you spot the clues along the way? Did you spot anyone lying, perhaps? Were there any visual clues? Every great detective keeps their eyes open. And Detective Fairfax noticed a few key clues that made it all clear. Did you? Pause the video here if you need to think it over.
Hello, Amelia.
Detective, I wasn't expecting you. Have you finished your investigation?
Yes, I have.
Please come in.
She looks frightened, and I think I know why. Ah, the last clue. Will you roll up your sleeves, please? I'd like to see your arms.
Detective, I don't see why that's necessary.
Because you've been hiding something, and not very well. The crawling wisteria outside Mrs. Thorne's bedroom is covered in thorns and broken branches. Anyone climbing it would have scratched arms and legs. It must have been difficult, alone, in the dark, climbing up the wall in the rain. Amelia's composure collapses. She pulls up her sleeves to reveal evidence of her guilt. You never saw a person in a garden, but Mr. Gray did see someone. He saw you, didn't he?
Yes, when the lightning struck just for a moment, he saw me in my black rain jacket. I don't think he recognized me, but he certainly saw me.
Quite right. Charlie told me you used to crawl up the wall when you were young. That was my first clue. The second was the open window with the blood on the windowsill. You were the only one who left early and had the time to commit the crime. The thorns ripped a small piece of your dress, and you were the only one wearing black that night other than Helen, and she certainly couldn't climb up the wisteria branches. She could barely see at night.
I've been miserable ever since it happened. I can't sleep. I can't look her in the eyes. My aunt, she's been like a second mother to me, closer than my own, and I stole from her. My parents, they're out of money, completely. They've been staying at their wealthy friends' homes to keep up appearances, but they have nothing and they don't want anyone to know. I thought if I had the ring, I could sell it quietly and fix things, just until we got back on our feet. I wasn't thinking straight, I just panicked.
Desperation can push good people into bad corners, but the scratches, the trellis, the missing ring, you knew this moment would come.
I wish I could undo it. Every minute since I've felt sick, she trusted me, and I betrayed her.
I think I have an idea, Amelia. One that will make everything okay.
You do? What could you possibly do to fix this?
Do you have the ring?
Yes.
Please give it to me.
Detective, have you found anything? Anything at all?
Yes, Mrs. Thorne. I believe I have solved the matter.
You have?
Yes, I have.
My ring. Oh, thank heavens. Where on earth was it?
It was outside, caught in the trellis beneath your bedroom window. It seems the intruder dropped it during their escape.
An intruder?
Yes.
Really?
Mr. Gray thought he saw a man in the dark as he smoked his pipe on the porch. It turns out he did. A man wearing a dark jacket climbed the trellis as you were having coffee after dinner. He must have slipped on his way down. The storm made conditions slippery. My guess is he panicked and fled before he realized it had fallen into the mud.
An intruder, climbing my home, while we ate dinner. The nerve! Well, I suppose I should be grateful they dropped the ring at all.
You should. Many burglars aren't so unlucky. You can rest easy now. The ring is safe.
Aunt Eleanor, I'm so glad you have it back.
Oh, my dear girl, I was far more frightened than I care to admit. Knowing you're safe means more to me than any jewel.
Mrs. Thorne, I recommend repairing the lock on your window. I doubt the intruder will return, but caution never hurts.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Detective, truly. I don't know what I would have done without your help.
I can see tears in Amelia's eyes.
Yes, thank you, Detective.
I'll be on my way, but if you need anything, either of you, you only have to call.
With that, Detective Fairfax stepped out into the sunshine, leaving the grand mansion of Eleanor Thorne behind him. Inside the mansion, all was calm again. The ruby ring had found its way home, and so had the truth. At least the parts that mattered. And so ends the mystery of the ruby ring. Thanks for watching.